Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is AnaJolene and I'm the author of the Galorium Sea series as well as the MOONRISE Beach series. So I'm going to be doing a daily plan with me in my Hobonichi cousin. So if you guys don't know, I use this as a work pre-planner and also my daily planner. So right now it's actually the last week of April. I am filming this quite a bit in advance because I do have a deadline this month that I am really excited for. One of my books in my dreams is going to the editor, and so I am on deadline. So I'm trying to actually pre-film all my videos for May so that I can work on that book when I get my edits back from my editor. So I'm actually going to be filling out this page here, which is the first page of the May daily pages, and then I'm actually going to be pre-planning the week that my book goes to the editor, which is actually May 17th to the 23rd. So actually when I'm filming this, it's quite a lot in advance, and I don't normally fill out my daily pages that far in advance, but because I do have so much going on in this week, including the stuff with my editor, I feel like this would be a really good video to watch because you guys can see exactly how I get ready for a book release and how I like to work on my edits as well. So if you are an author, an aspiring author, or maybe you're just interested in my books, then this is a great plan with me to watch. But also it's just great for, you know, work planning and just general planning as well. So I am going to start with this page as always. So if you guys don't know, I do have this kind of coloring code at the very front of my Hobonichi. I created this at the beginning of the year, and basically I just have a bunch of my Tombow markers swatched there, and I picked out a color for every single month. So now that we are in May, I'm going to go with this kind of light pastel green color, and that one is called 243. So let me grab that from my pouch. So 243 is this one. So if you guys aren't familiar, this is part of the pastel set, so I will link it down below. But it's a brush pen on one end, and then you do get the marker tip on the other. I don't use this tip as much, but it is handy to have it. Typically I will use the Uniball Signo RT pen in the 0.38, and then I also have my lettering pen. This is the Kokoro Zig lettering pen, so I pulled that out as well. So that's what I'm going to be using to set up this as well as my daily pages. So I am going to quickly get started because there is quite a lot to write down. So if you guys don't know, I like to use this page here as an overview of my important events. So all my important dates for the month as well as my goals. So what I like to do with this Tombow is use it as a header. So I like to just make a little bit of a swatch there, and I will just hand letter in the title. So I am going to do that once again here, and I'm not being super neat about it. This is a pre-planner, so a lot of my plans do get changed eventually. Even though I try to keep to my plan, sometimes things will change. That is life, and we can deal with it. So I'm just going to write goals here and then important dates. And this is where I'm going to list down in chronological order all the things that I have coming up. So I do have quite a lot of work events coming up this month, so it's going to be a fairly busy month for me. So I think I'm going to have quite a lot of long days ahead of me. I'm going to be working a lot at my computer, so I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. So by writing out everything in chronological order like this, just allows me to see everything at a glance and kind of make sure that I'm not missing anything important. So I have a lot of work events. We also have Mother's Day this month. I have to renew a lot of my books. So I have actually 10 published books, and a lot of them are going to be renewed this month. So if you guys are interested in trying out my books, I have links to them down below. They are all available on Amazon, and they are also available to read on Kindle Unlimited for free. So you guys can check them out. Definitely take advantage of that because it's a wonderful deal, and you can definitely binge read all of them. So as you can see, I have a ton of events going on. It's also my sister's birthday this month, so it's going to be a very busy time for me. I am almost running out of room at the bottom, but I think we'll be okay. So if there is anything else that I need to add to this list, then they will just continue to be added at the bottom. But I tried to make it in chronological order as best I can. So as you can see, a ton of things are happening this month. In terms of goals, I do have a couple of sales going on. So Resurrection and Drive Me Wild are going to have a sale for this month. My June release, In My Dreams, is going to the editor, so I need to prep that for the formatter. So that is my main focus for this month. I need to renew all the books, and then lastly I want to work on the second draft of the book that I've been working on last month. So this last one is probably not the huge priority. I have to definitely prioritize the June release that is coming up. So since that is going to the editor this month, that is going to be my main focus. But before that and after that, I am going to be working on the second draft of another book. So that is typically how I like to fill out my first page here in the daily section of each month. And now, like I said, we are going to jump in to the daily pages. We're actually going to jump in to May 17th. So that is this day over here. And like I said, the reason why I am jumping forward so much is because I do have the deadline for my book on this day, and so I need to start planning out that stuff right away. So let's get started with that. So first off, right off the bat, I am going to write down my tasks for my job as an author assistant. So I have daily tasks that I do for other authors to help them with their books and their new releases and things like that. So I like to use the built-in checklist here at the top on each day to mark down their tasks to keep it separate from my own. And that way I can have their tasks, you know, at a glance, but still have it separated from my work as an author as well. So I'm just going to quickly write those tasks in on every single day that I have to do something this week for those other authors. I know these all by heart by now, but sometimes it's nice to have this reminder because when you are in lockdown, sometimes the days kind of blend into each other and then you can't tell if you actually did it on the right day or not. So this keeps me accountable, and it also helps me with my routines as well. Alright, so I have all those written down now. First off, I am going to make sure that I have all my important events in first. So as you can see, some of them are already written in here. So I do have a couple of books to renew on this day, which I already wrote down, which is perfect. And then I have my main deadline with the editor, and then a couple of other books to renew on this day. I have my sister's birthday here on the 21st. And I actually do have an anniversary for one of my books that is happening as well. So that is great. I have that listed down there already. So I'm kind of ahead of myself, and that's great because I would rather put down all my important events that are happening, all my deadlines into my pre-planner so that I don't forget. So now let's move on to the to-do list. So since my deadline occurs on the Wednesday, I do have a couple of days this week where I can work on another project. So I am going to write down that I want to work on the second draft of the book that I started working on last month. So I am going to put those for the 2 days that I have here. And then I have also listed down some extra to-dos that pertain to this event right here. So that's already written down there, and then that is also written down here. So that is great. I am on the right track. So I will likely work on the second draft of that book once again while the editor is working on this book right here. But she should probably give it back to me by the Thursday or the Friday. So what I'm gonna do is block off these 2 days to work on edits. So I'm gonna write down in my dreams edit. So once she gives me back my manuscript, I will go through it again and make any necessary changes that she has made. And that will usually take me a couple of days. So I'm gonna give myself until probably the Sunday to finish them all. I don't think it'll take me that long. But just in case it does, I don't want to, you know, overbook myself or stress myself out too much. So I'm just giving myself a few days to work on those edits and any rewrites that I need to do for that manuscript. And then after that, it will be sent to my formatter. Okay, so now let's move back to Thursday. On Thursday, there are some books that I need to write reviews for the blog that I write for. So I'm gonna write that I have to write the reviews and also share the reviews once they are posted. And down here at the bottom, I'm actually gonna grab this guy here, and I'm just made a little swatch there to write down the actual reviews that I need to review. So it's this task here, and I'm just like breaking it down into smaller tasks so that it's a little bit more manageable. So I'm just writing my header there with this Kokoiro pen, and then I am going to write down the books that I need to review. So the first book is Death on the Night of Lost Lizards. So this book is by Julia Buckley, and it's a cozy mystery series. So that is why the title is like that. And then I also have a couple of Marie Hart books to review as well. So that is Make Me Burn, and then the other one is called Burning Desire. So these two books are part of her new series that I got to review. So it's all about firefighters. So if you guys are interested in firefighters, then you might like this series. If you like Marie Hart's books, then you'll probably like my books. Or if you like my books, then maybe you'll like Marie Hart's, because we do kind of have a little bit of a similar style, at least in terms of the contemporaries that she writes. So go check them out if you haven't already. And check out my books if you haven't tried them either. And then the last one is actually a Christmas book that I got early, and that one is called Twisted Tea Christmas by Laura Childs. So this is another cozy mystery series that I absolutely love. I love Laura Childs and her books. This is definitely one of my favorites. So on this day, these are the 4 reviews that I need to complete. So hopefully I can get all these done before my editor returns my manuscript back to me. I'm gonna jump back to Monday. I am going to write down that I do have a couple of other scheduled events that I need to do. So I am going to write that here in the schedule section here. So this is typically when I like to do it, so that is why I'm going to leave that there. And then the other scheduled or timed event that I have is on the Friday, so I am just going to write the abbreviation over here. And then I have another one on the Saturday. So again, the abbreviation here on the timeline so that I can write down any other things around it and we're good to go. The other thing that I like to write on the timeline is when I have my video scheduled. So I have a video to go up on this day at this time, and that will be my memory plan with me. And then on the 20th of Thursday, I do have another video going up, and that is my planner system update. And then also on the Monday, on this day here, I forgot to write down that this video is going up. So this will be the Hobonichi daily. So I think that is everything in terms of the scheduled things that have going on. Now I do want to kind of go back here on the Friday. I am going to write down another thing here, and that is my waiting on section. So this includes anything that I'm waiting for in the mail, so happy mail or an email that I'm waiting on. I didn't wait for that to dry, so that's why it's bleeding a little bit, but that's okay. So in terms of the mail that I'm waiting for, I do have a Hobonichi order. I ordered some covers from the Discover sale, so I'm waiting for those to come. And then I have a Natural Beauty box that I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on a few orders from Simply Gilded, so I have a mystery box. I also have 2 mystery grab bags, so number 1 and then number 2. And then I also have a pre-sale, and that should be coming, I want to say, like towards the end of this month, so hopefully before June, I don't know. But I have that written down there just in case, just to make sure that it's still on my radar and I'm not forgetting about it. But I think that might be it in terms of what I want to schedule for myself for this week. So a lot of it was already written down, but that is exactly what I wanted. I don't want to miss anything. I like to kind of write down my events as they get scheduled, and so I don't usually wait for this week to occur before I start putting things down. That wouldn't be a good pre-planner system in my opinion. So having all this down in advance is perfect because I can start working on this if I finish my other tasks, and also because I have a deadline, I want to make sure that I have this week planned out accordingly so I can get everything done this week because this is crunch time for me. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit weird. I do have allergies at the moment, so that is why my voice is a little bit croaky, and yeah, it may sound a little bit weird, so sorry about that, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are interested in purchasing any of the stickers, the full page stickers that I have in my shop, AnaJolenePrintables, you guys can use the code SAVE10 to save 10% off of your order. But if you guys have any questions about the Hobonichi Cousin and what products that I use, then you guys can leave your questions down in the comments below. And I will also leave everything that I used here in the description box, so you guys can check it out if you are interested. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!